And breaking news coming in, a massive setback for Turkish firm Celebi. The High Court turns down Celebi's plea challenging the decision to revoke its security clearance given to Celebi for operations across the top airports of the country. So that is the pitch coming in from the High Court, which has turned down Celebi's plea challenging the decision to revoke the security clearance that has been given to Celebi for several operations across the top airports across the nation. To get more details on the grounds by which the High Court has denied the plea from Celebi, I'm joined by my colleague Ananya Bhatnagar on the broadcast to get more details. Ananya, over to you.
Yes, it's a big setback coming in for the Turkish firm, which was operating in India. However, post the Pahalgam terror attack and the stand taken by Turkey, the BCAS, the Bureau of Civil Aviation Security, found it fit to actually revoke that particular security clearance given to Celebi Aviation. And now, the High Court has turned down their plea challenging that particular decision of the BCAS, which clearly gives way to operation of that, order of the BCAS, wherein their security clearance remains suspended. And that is something, that is a big breaking news coming in. It is a bench headed by Justice Sachin Datta, which has pronounced this particular order. However, the detailed judgment will follow in some time. So we'll get to know as to what are the reasons as far as things are concerned. Because the Solicitor General Tushar Mehta, who was representing the BCAS, had told the court that, this is a national security issue. And, firms which are, operating in India and are supported by Turkish, Turkey is somebody who is not in line with India's, defense and India's stand as far as Pahalgam terror attacks and the kind of security concerns have arisen. And that's the reason why BCAS chose in order to, take away the security clearance given to Celebi by the BCAS or the Bureau of Civil Aviation Security. So we'll have to wait and watch for the detailed judgment to know as to what are the reasons that the High Court found while turning down this petition, filed by BCAS in this particular regard, by Celebi in this particular regard.
Right, but Ananya, at the same time, Celebi has also maintained in its statement that it has nothing to do with Turkey. It's an Indian firm, is the pitch that has come in from Celebi. So saying that the grounds on which the security clearance has been revoked, especially in the wake of the Pahalgam terror attack and Operation Sindoor and the military operations that were led by India, even the use of Turkish drones by the Pakistani forces against India, Celebi has made it very clear that it has nothing to do with the nation of Turkey. So that pitch coming in from Celebi, but at the same time, when checks were conducted at several of these top airports where Celebi was operating, a lot of lapses were also found when it came to the critical operations. So a lot of security red flags were also raised by the Bureau of Civil Aviation Security.
Well, definitely, Celebi had always maintained that it has Indian employees, and what would happen to those Indian employees who, earn their livelihoods by this civil aviation firm. But at the same point of time, the Solicitor General Tushar Mehta, representing the central government and the BCAS, had told the court, that there is a national security concern. He highlighted the intelligence input indicating potential risks associated with Celebi's operation, particularly in the handling of both passenger and cargo aircraft itself. And that's exactly might be, would have been the reason why the court would have felt that, it's a national security issue. And, going into such issues is something that could be of a critical nature. So we'll have to wait for the judgment to come out as to what are the reasons, particularly and per se, why, Celebi Aviation's petition has been turned down by the High Court itself.
Right, thank you, Ananya, for joining us.